Daniel was a bright 12-year-old who lived in a small town called Willow Creek. He was full of energy, dreams, and big ideas. But he had one big problem: he had no patience. If he wanted something, he wanted it now. If a video was buffering, he shouted. If a game took too long to load, he gave up. If someone told him to wait, he would frown and stomp away. His parents often said, "Daniel, good things take time." But Daniel never listened. One morning, Daniel's teacher, Mrs. Green, came into class with a big box. "Today," she said, smiling, "we are going to learn something very important." She opened the box and took out small flower pots, seeds, and soil. "Each of you will plant a seed," she explained. "Take it home. Water it. Give it sunlight. And be patient." Daniel raised his hand. "How long before it grows?" Mrs. Green chuckled. "It might take weeks. Maybe longer." Daniel rolled his eyes. "That's too long." But he took the pot anyway and went home. At home, Daniel planted the seed carefully. For 3 days, he checked the soil every hour. Still nothing. On the 4th day, he said, "This is useless." But his mom smiled and said, "Patience, Daniel. The seed is working even if you don't see it." He didn't like the answer. The next week, he visited his best friend, Malik. Malik's plant also hadn't sprouted. But Malik was happy. "I know it's growing under the soil," Malik said. "We just can't see it yet." Daniel frowned. "I don't like waiting." But something inside him began to change. That evening, Daniel was on YouTube, looking for something fun. He found a channel that told stories in simple English. The video was titled, "The Farmer Who Waited for the Rain." The storyteller spoke slowly and clearly. The story was about a man who waited months for his crops to grow. He almost gave up. But he stayed patient, and in the end, his farm was full of food. At the end, the storyteller said, "Patience is like water for your dreams. Don't quit too soon." Daniel paused. Maybe he could be patient too. 2 weeks later, Daniel woke up and rushed to his flower pot as usual. He was ready to give up again. But this time, something was different. A tiny green sprout peeked through the soil. "Mom! It's growing," he shouted. She came over, smiled, and hugged him. "See? All your care and waiting paid off." Daniel looked at the sprout and felt proud. He hadn't done anything big. He had just waited. And waited. And kept doing the right things. It felt amazing. A few days later, Daniel asked his grandmother to teach him how to bake cookies. She agreed and gave him a recipe. They mixed the dough together. But when she put the tray in the oven and set the timer for 15 minutes, Daniel groaned. 15 minutes? That's forever. His grandmother laughed. You can't rush good cookies. He tried to wait. It was hard. He kept checking the oven window. Finally, the timer rang. The smell filled the kitchen. The cookies were warm and perfect. Worth the wait? She asked. Daniel smiled. Chewing a cookie. Definitely. One Saturday, Daniel's dad took him to the town library. There was a special reading event. An old storyteller named Mr. Hugo was speaking. He had a slow voice and soft eyes. He told a story about building a boat. It took the character 5 years to finish, but in the end, the boat saved his village. After the story, Daniel raised his hand. Why didn't he give up? He asked. Mr. Hugo looked at him and said, Because some things are too important to rush. Patience is how we respect the journey. Daniel wrote that line in his notebook. Daniel had joined the school's soccer team. But he wasn't very good at first. He often tripped, missed the ball, or kicked it the wrong way. "I'll never be good," he complained after practice. His coach heard him. "You want to be great in one day?" he asked. Daniel shrugged. The coach put a hand on his shoulder. "Skill takes time. Every champion was once a beginner." Daniel nodded. "So I should keep going." "Exactly. Show up. Practice. Be patient. You'll get there." Daniel decided to stay on the team and keep trying. One day, Daniel's mother got sick. It wasn't serious, but she had to stay in bed for a few days. Daniel wanted her to get better immediately. He hated seeing her weak and tired. He sat beside her bed and said, "I wish you were better already." She smiled weakly. "Healing takes time. Just like seeds." Daniel remembered his plant. It was now several inches tall. So, he brought the plant to her room. "This is for you," he said. "It reminds me to be patient and to take care." His mother hugged him with tears in her eyes. Daniel's school announced a writing contest. The theme was, "A Lesson I Learned." Daniel wrote about his seed, the flower pot, and everything he had learned about patience. He included the cookie story, the soccer practices, and his mom's illness. Thank you for joining us on this story journey. If this story helped you learn something new, or inspired you to be more patient, please support Tales Fluency by liking this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. We share new Learn English Through Story videos every day, each one with simple words, strong messages, and powerful lessons. Let's grow together, one patient story at a time. Vocabulary highlights. Patience, the ability to wait calmly without getting angry or upset. Seed, The small part of a plant that can grow into a new plant. Sprout, the first small growth that comes from a seed. Journey, the act of traveling from one place to another, can also mean a personal experience over time. Respect, to show care or honor for someone or something. Champion, someone who wins or is the best at something. Healing, the process of becoming healthy again. Contest, a competition where people try to win. Possible, something that can happen or be done. Subscribe, to follow a channel and get updates when new videos are posted.